Okay, good morning, guys. So we're going to spend the next couple weeks on writing a literary essay. What you need to know about writing a literary essay is you really need to understand the book or the passage that you're reading. You really need to read it several times, dive into it, put yourself into the character's position. Think about what they're seeing, what they're feeling, what they're hearing. When we do a literary essay, you need to read the passage or the story several times. So my goal is, for the next couple weeks, is giving you a couple different passages. Like yesterday, I gave you 11. Today, we're going to go over a different passage. And we're going to go back and we're going to write, or I'm going to show you literary essays for all of them. Okay, I'm not going to really have you do one. I'm going to have you do some writing prompts, but I want you to understand what a literary essay truly is. Okay, all right. So, what we're going to worry about today is our sensory details. Okay, what do you see? What do you feel? What do you hear? Right? Remember your five senses. All right. You're going to listen to the story as I read it, and I want you to stop and think about different things that you see, different things that you feel, different things that you hear, okay? And I want you to, you're eventually going to have to jot down what you see, what you hear, and what you feel, okay? All right. All right, so some sentence stems. How can you start it? I see, I hear, I feel. So as we're reading, I want you to periodically stop and say, wait a minute, what do I see? What do I hear? What do I feel? Okay, after I get done my part, you're going to come back to the Google slide and you're going to have to fill out this chart. Okay, the story is about a boy named Gabriel. And you're going to have to tell me, what does he see? What does he hear? And what does he feel? And boys and girls, I am looking for several. Okay, you should not do one or two. You should be able to complete this whole chart here. All right, because it is a very good story. All right, so I'm going to show you how it works in the first page. All right, so this is Story Spaghetti. It was evening, and people sat outside talking quietly amongst themselves. I see people sitting outside, okay? On the stoop of a tall building of a crumbling brick and rotting wood sat a boy. So, tall building, crumbling bricks, rotting wood. I think he lives in a city, is in an apartment, and I think that it's not a very rich section of the city because the tall building is crumbling, rotting wood. And on the stoop, that's like the front door or the door that leads into the apartment building, I see a boy sitting. What are you feeling? His name was Gabriel, and he wished for some company. I'm feeling sad for him. How about you? He's sitting there by himself, run-down building, and he's just wishing for some company. I wonder if he has any friends. Gabriel was thinking about things. Well, I know I think about things often. He remembered being the only boy in class with the right answer that day. I bet he felt proud. I'm seeing him with a little smile on his face in the classroom when he got the right answer. Okay. And he remembered the butter sandwich he had for lunch. Boys and girls, think about that butter sandwich. Crumbling building. I'm feeling bad for him, okay? I don't know how much money his family has. I don't know if they're working. But a butter sandwich isn't something that you would normally eat, okay? So I'm feeling happy that I get the right answer, but I'm also feeling a little sad for him. He was thinking that he would like to live outside all the time. Oh, can you see him living outside? I wonder if he wants to live outside in the city where there's all kinds of noises, or if he wants to go to like a campground, live out here where we are. That's interesting. He imagined himself carrying a pack of food and a few tools and a heavy cloth to erect a hasty tent. I'm thinking he wants to go camping, okay? Back to pack, stuffed with food. Wonder what kind of tools he would need to make the tent. I'm thinking a hammer, maybe some stakes. okay, to put into the ground. He saw himself sleeping among the coyotes. All right, well, again, think about what you see here. If he's sleeping beneath or if he's sleeping outside with the coyotes, I see, a moon, clear sky, no city noises. But I still feel bad for him because he's alone. But next he saw himself sleeping beneath the glittering lights of a movie theater near the bus stop. Okay, so he's not just picking one spot. He can also see himself under a movie theater near a bus stop, which again is telling me city. Now, if I'm sleeping in the city, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get much sleep with all that noise. I would prefer sleeping out in the country. Okay? But again, it's what do you see, what do you feel, and what do you hear? And, I'm going back to the coyote and I'm hearing him, howling. I'm hearing the bus stop, because if you're in the city, the bus stop goes all the time. So I hear beeping and honking. Okay? All right, third paragraph. He was a boy who thought about things so seriously, so fully, that on this evening he nearly missed hearing a cry from the street. Okay, so I know when I think seriously, nothing around me, I don't pick up on anything around me. Like my kids would come and tell me someone did something. And if I'm not seriously thinking, I'm not picking up on that. Okay? But think about it. So seriously, so fully. That means his entire brain was just concentrating on what he was thinking about. That on this evening he nearly missed hearing the cry from the street. Is that a cry of someone upset? Is it a cry of a baby? Again, they're in the city. I wonder what's going on. The cry was so weak and far away in his mind that for him it could have been the slow lifting of a stubborn window. So stop for a minute and think about that. Have you ever been around a window that was hard to open and you're pushing and you're pushing and you're putting all your might into it, and the window finally opens and it has that little creak? So he's wondering if it's not that. It could have been the creak of an old man's legs. Well, think about people that get up. Sometimes we have bad knees. I know with my knees, sometimes I get up and they creak. Can you hear that? It could have been the wind. Think about the wind when it's howling outside. So I'm wondering how old he is. Because up at the first paragraph, it was just a boy. Sounds like he's got no friends. Don't know where his parents are. Wonder what's going to happen to this kid. And I really wonder what that cry is. Okay, so here's what you're going to do. You're going to then come back when I'm done with this part. You're going to come back and you're going to read the next 2 pages. The passage is not long. Okay, you have this and then you have this. And that's the entire story. And then you're going to come down here and you're going to type different things that he sees, hears, and feels. So maybe if you're on this page and you read the first paragraph and you stop and you think about it, you can then come back and click on this page and type in something. And then go back to the second page, read this next paragraph. Read it and stop and think. And then come back to this chart. And then type in some more. And then you're going to come back and do the third one. And come back. And then you're going to come to the last page. So I said there's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's going to be 8 paragraphs. So I really expect that you can come up with a lot of on this chart. Okay? There should be no reason why you can't get it, completely filled out. And again, guys, when you're doing this chart, this is the one time I don't need full sentences. Okay? You can. All right? Now, some of you might find that this chart's not big enough. Well, if it's not big enough, then go back to this one. You can click this out and delete it and do a second chart up here. I'm absolutely okay with that. Okay? So, But what you need to remember is with a literary essay, you really need to slow it down. You need to stop. You need to think. You need to visualize. And again, I want to see, what does he see? What does he hear? And what does he feel? And you know what, guys? When you're reading, put yourself in his shoes. Because if you put yourself in his shoes, you might have a better understanding. All right, and that's all that you have for writing today, guys. Okay? And again, because it's a literary essay, and I'm doing it a little bit differently. If we were in school, you would be reading different passages, picking one that you want to write on. But we got to do it differently. Okay? No big deal. Email me if you have any questions. Have a good day.